Today, we're diving into a material that could seriously shake up the future of solar energy. It's called Perovskite, and you're going to hear why scientists are calling it a total game changer.
So, solar power has been on this incredible roll for years, right? But what if the technology we all rely on, those familiar panels, are starting to hit a wall? It really makes you wonder, is this as good as it gets? Or is something brand new about to change everything?
All right, to really get where we're going, we've got to first understand where we are right now. And in the world of solar, there is one undisputed king of the hill.
And yet, that champion is the traditional silicon solar panel. They are everywhere, and honestly, they've done an amazing job bringing solar to the masses. But here's the thing. After decades of getting better and better, we're really starting to bump up against the physical limits of how efficient and cheap we can make them. All the easy wins are pretty much gone. And that's created this huge opening for a new contender.
And believe me, that contender has arrived. Scientists are literally calling this stuff a wonder material, and it has the potential to kickstart a whole new chapter for solar energy.
So what in the world is a perovskite solar cell? Well, to put it simply, it's a solar cell that uses a material with a really special crystal structure. You can almost think of that structure like a perfectly designed superhighway for electricity. When sunlight hits it, the energy just flows through with incredible ease. But what really truly makes this stuff different are two things: just how thin it is and how it's made. The part that actually absorbs the sunlight is unbelievably thin. We're talking fractions of a human hair. And that means you can make it using way less energy and at a lower cost than those big, bulky silicon wafers.
Now, this isn't just some cool idea on a whiteboard. The story of perovskite is all about speed. The progress we've seen in just over a decade, it is absolutely breathtaking.
Just get a load of this timeline. Back in 2012, the first little prototypes were converting like a measly 3% of sunlight into electricity. Fast forward to 2026, and lab cells are hitting 27%, all on their own, going toe-to-toe with the very best silicone panels. It took silicon decades to see that kind of improvement. But believe it or not, that's not even the most impressive part of the story.
See, scientists came up with this brilliant idea. What if you don't have to replace silicon? What if you can just make it better? And that's what a tandem cell does. You stack a super thin, semi-transparent perovskite layer right on top of a normal silicon cell. The perovskite grabs one part of the light, and whatever passes through gets snagged by the silicon underneath. So what happens when you team up the old champ with the new rising star?
You get this, 34%. In the lab, these perovskite silicon tandem cells have absolutely shattered the old records. I mean, this is a massive leap forward. A jump this big could be the difference between just powering your house and, say, charging your car, too. It's about squeezing so much more power out of the exact same sunlight.
And this crazy efficiency isn't just about making better rooftop panels. The unique way perovskites are built is unlocking applications that honestly used to feel like science fiction.
Because perovskite layers are so incredibly thin, they're not just powerful, they're incredibly versatile. You can make them into lightweight, flexible, and even see-through films. This completely changes what a solar panel is and where you can put one.
This is where the whole idea of a solar panel just explodes. We are talking about buildings that power themselves. We're talking about office windows and entire sides of buildings generating electricity. Or imagine these lightweight solar wraps you could apply to an electric car, just constantly trickle charging the battery while it's parked in the sun.
And look, this isn't just some wild speculation. This is actually happening right now. Governments, like Japan's, are already putting serious money behind this tech for huge urban structures. It's a strategic bet that perovskites can power our cities in ways that old-school heavy solar panels just can't. Okay, so as exciting as all this is, we have to be realistic. This tech is still pretty new, and there are some major challenges to sort out before it's really ready for prime time all over the globe.
And this chart, this is the big one: durability.
We know for a fact that silicon panels are absolute workhorses. They're proven to last 25, even 30 years out in the real world. Manufacturers guarantee it. Perovskites, they just don't have that track record yet. Proving they can handle decades of sun, heat, and rain is the #1 mission for researchers right now.
And yeah, beyond just lasting a long time, there are other hurdles. The most efficient versions have a tiny bit of lead in them, which raises some environmental questions that scientists are working to solve. And then there's the massive engineering puzzle of going from tiny, record-setting cells in a lab to producing massive, perfect panels for a solar farm.
So, after all that, the mind-blowing potential and the very real challenges, where does that leave us? Are we really standing on the edge of a new solar era?
Let's look at the matchup. On one side, you've got silicon, the proven, reliable champ with a whole manufacturing industry behind it, but it's hitting a ceiling. And on the other, you've got perovskite, the challenger with that record-breaking efficiency and amazing flexibility, but it's still got to prove it can go the distance. The future probably isn't about one knocking the other out, but about them working together.
And here is the crucial takeaway. This whole shift is already starting. This technology is finally leaving the laboratory. Companies are actually shipping out the first modules for real-world testing. This is that first big step towards proving to everyone that perovskite tech is ready for the big leagues.
So what we're left with is this incredible glimpse of a totally different kind of energy future, one where pretty much any surface, a window, a wall, your car, is also a power source. Perovskite makes that future possible. The only question left is, how fast can we build it?